Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. I've had a lot of people requesting makeup tutorials, so today I will show you how I do my signature Batwing eyeliner. I will also show you how I did the rest of my face as well. And in case anyone was wondering, my earrings and necklace are from Kohl's. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So we're gonna zoom you in nice and close so you can see all my imperfections. My skin is not very happy with me right now, so I have a lot of blemishes, so let's cover all that up, shall we? But first, the moment you've all been waiting for, the reason why you're here, I'm going to start with my eyes. And I like to prime using the P. Louise base. I'm using the shade 0.5. And I just take that, literally put it right on my eyeball, squeeze a little bit out there, squeeze a little bit out there, and take a big fluffy brush and just gently buff it all over my eyelid. I go from the top of my eyebrows all the way into my inner corner, and then sometimes I take it all the way out here if I'm feeling adventurous. And you're just aiming to get a nice even layer of product all over your lids. You don't want to have a heavy layer because then your eyeshadow primer will crease, and then that will affect how your eyeshadow lays on top. And for my palette today, I'll be using the Glam-O-Ween palette, which is a collaboration between Nicole and Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. Now, they very kindly gifted me this palette, so thank you very much. I love the color palette, and I think for today I'm going to go in with some yellow and orange to make a candy corn type eye. So I'm mainly going to be using the shade Ghosts, Pumpkin, Candy Corn, and maybe Autumn as well. So I'm going to dip into Pumpkin first and put that on the outer corner of my eye. I love how pigmented this palette is. Then once you're happy with your placement of Pumpkin, I'm going to dip into the shade Candy Corn, which is the yellow. And now finally, I'm going in with the shade Ghost for the inner corner. Ooh, that is a nice pigmented white. Yeah. Now, yellow eyeshadows are hard to do, and I'm a little disappointed with this one. It's kind of fading away very quickly. And when I go to blend it with the white, it kind of loses its intensity, so I'm going to have to pack that on there again. There we go, and just repeat that on the other side. I am also going to be taking a little bit of that yellow to blend the orange up into my brow. Alright, so that's the eyeshadow all done. Now for the fun part, the Batwing liner. Now I'll be using 3 different eyeliners to get this look today. You do not need to use that many, that's just how many I use. So to start off my line, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Wonder Ink Black Liner. For the little wing details, I'm going to be using the NYX Matte Liner. And then to fill in most of the shape, I'm going to be using the Makiage Black Cream Gel Liner. So going in first with my Wonder Ink, I'm just going to draw a line across my eye. There you go, just a simple black liner across the top. And now I'm going to use the same liner to draw my wing. Now when you're drawing your wing, you're going to want to draw it a little bit higher than your normal eyeliner because you want to leave room down here for all the little wing shapes you'll be drawing later. So this first wing doesn't have to be perfect, it can be messy. It's just going to act as a guideline for the rest of the shape. Then I'm going to bring that back and connect it. And there we go, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as we have a guideline for the rest of the shape. So now comes the fun part, which is drawing the rest of the wing shape. I love using this particular liner from NYX because the tip, it lets me get really precise lines. So I like to draw and plan my bottom wing shapes first, and I usually start by the bottom of my eyelashes. And we're going to start by drawing 3 little upside down triangles along the outer edge of the wing. There we go, there's a rough outline. We're going to fix that up later. So now just do the same thing on the other side. And there you go, both sides are now done. Now we're going to draw the top of the Batwing. I usually like to start the tip of it right about here. And there we go, there's the beginning of that shape. And then I stop the inside point of it right where it hits my crease. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth between opening and closing my eye to see where my crease sits naturally. And then I'm going to draw the finishing line connecting the end point here all the way back down to the main point of the liner. That way it just naturally follows where my eye crease is. And be sure to keep your eyes open for this until it dries, that way you won't have smudged liner all over your eyeshadow. And now once your eyeliner is all dry, you're going to take your gel liner and a flat brush and just start to fill in the rest of the shape. As you can probably tell, the liner came out different on each eye. This one is a lot bigger and thicker, and this one is a lot thinner and more angular, so I think I'm going to make this one look more like this one. And there we go, now they're looking a little bit more even. Now all I did was add some more thickness to this line here above my crease, and I also elongated each tip, so I added this one out a little bit and then drew down each of these points here. Now next I'm going to do my face makeup. Now because I have a lot of spots and acne that I want to cover, I'm going to be going in with my new favorite concealer, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Concealer. The amount of pigment in this stuff is insane. I got this as a gift in PR and I've been kind of obsessed with it, so I'm gonna put that on first. Off screen, I moisturized my face. I'm gonna go in straight with this. This is in shade CO.1, which is a little light for me, but that's okay because I'm just using it to spot conceal right now. And I have a whole colony down here on my neck and chin. And to be blending out my concealer and my foundation, I'll be using this black Beauty Blender sponge. Then I'm going to set it with a light dusting of the Makiage translucent powder. And now I'm going to go in with my foundation, which is by Fenty Beauty. I'm in the shade 120. And this is their hydrating formula for their foundation. You can get it open. I love Fenty Beauty so much. I've been obsessed with their foundation since they first came out with it. Their first formula, I tried it and I loved it. And it was kind of hard for me to find a foundation that fit my skin tone perfectly, but shade 120, I love it. I just dropped foundation on my sweater. Why? So moving on to contour or bronzing, I'm going to be using a new product that I was just sent in PR by Pixi. These are face palettes which come with 2 shades of highlighter, a blush, and a contour color. This one is called Sugar Blossom and this one is called Honey Nectar, and I'll be using Honey Nectar today. And I like this one mainly because the contour color is a lot more cool toned. And I just love how it looks on my face. Now for blush, I'm going to be using my Makiage Toxic Mineral Baked Blush. And for my highlight, I'm going in with an eyeshadow from the Macabre Glamour palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Nemesis. And also pop a little bit on my cupid's bow and my chin. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Now for lips, I'm going to be using the shade Weirdo from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And now for the last step, which is lashes, I'm going to be using these SHEIN lashes. And these don't have a name, they just say 3D eyelash. There's the box. And before we apply, just peel off all the old glue from the last time I wore these. And just make sure your liner is perfect and schlag before you put your lashes on. I'm going to be using my House of Lashes black eyelash glue. And a new thing that I've just discovered is that if you put your lash glue on your eyelid where your eyeliner is, it dries a lot faster and it's so much easier to put your lashes on. That's just what I've been doing lately, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Just draw it on where you know your lash is going to go. Wait for that to dry. Try to figure out which one goes on which eye. I think this is my right eye. And then you just put them on. The only bad thing is that it does make your eyelids a little sticky, so I just like to set the glue that is remaining with some black eyeshadow. Now for the finishing touch, I'm going to throw on some mascara. It really doesn't matter what kind, but I'm using the Tarte Maneater. As long as your lashes are black and blend in with your false lashes, you're good. Putting my lashes on used to be my least favorite part of doing my makeup. Even though I love how they look, I just didn't like having to sit there for like 5 minutes waiting for the glue to dry when I put them directly on the lash band. And now it takes me like 30 seconds, which is amazing. And then just because I have a little excess product on my brush, I'm going to take that same brush I used with the shade Pumpkin before and put a little bit of it underneath my lower lash line. Then one more product before I put on my wig. I'm going to put the Lime Crime Wet Cherry Gloss in the shade Spooky Cherry on top. I love the way these smell so much. I just want to eat them. So that is it for my Batwing eyeliner tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!